Have you ever noticed that the moment you stop chasing, everything you were meant for starts finding its way to you? That's not luck. That's alignment. The universe doesn't respond to your noise. It responds to your energy. When your mind, heart, and actions vibrate in harmony, life begins to move in ways that almost feel orchestrated, like something greater has been waiting for this exact version of you to finally tune in. You're not searching anymore. You're remembering, because when you align, the universe doesn't just see you, it finds you. The universe isn't something distant floating out there beyond your reach. It's an intelligent field of energy that constantly responds to the vibration you emit. Think of it as a vast mirror that reflects not your words, but your state of being. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, and every intention you hold is like a frequency broadcasted into this universal field. You are sending signals all the time, through your mood, your beliefs, your actions, and even your inner dialogue. The universe listens not to what you say you want, but to the energy that radiates from who you are right now. Most people misunderstand manifestation. They believe it's about wishing, visualizing, or asking for something repeatedly until it appears. But the truth is deeper. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you vibrate as. The universe cannot give you abundance while you are vibrating in fear of lack. It cannot send you love while you are drowning in self-doubt. You are like a tuning fork. Whatever note you hum, the universe echoes it back through people, situations, and experiences. If you vibrate with fear, life will present you with more reasons to be afraid, not as punishment, but as reflection. If you vibrate with love, you will begin to see that same love reflected in every face you meet, every opportunity that unfolds, every coincidence that aligns perfectly in your favor. This is the essence of alignment, your inner world setting the tone for your outer world. When your emotions, thoughts, and actions are in harmony with your highest intentions, the external universe starts to rearrange itself like pieces of a grand puzzle falling perfectly into place. You'll notice that life begins to feel less like a battle and more like a dance. Doors open where walls once stood. Delays begin to make sense. Challenges turn into catalysts for growth. You don't have to chase destiny anymore, because destiny is not running away from you. It's waiting for you to resonate at the frequency where both of you can finally meet. The moment your energy matches what you seek, the universe recognizes you. It whispers, "You are ready," and everything begins to move toward you, effortlessly and naturally. Before every great transformation, there is silence. It's that still, almost unsettling quiet that arrives when the old version of you starts to fade and the new one hasn't fully emerged yet. This silence isn't emptiness, it's preparation. The universe goes quiet, not because it has abandoned you, but because it's working behind the scenes, rearranging people, opportunities, and timelines to match the vibration of the new reality you've been asking for. Many people mistake this phase for stagnation. They panic, thinking nothing is happening, thinking their prayers or intentions have gone unheard. But silence is not the absence of movement. It's the invisible phase of alignment. Just like a seed buried underground, nothing seems to be changing on the surface. Yet inside, roots are growing, connections are forming, and life is quietly building the strength to break through. This stillness often feels uncomfortable because your ego thrives on control. It wants visible progress. It wants proof. But spiritual growth and quantum alignment don't obey the laws of instant gratification. They move according to divine timing. And divine timing always begins in stillness. In this silence, the universe is stripping away everything that no longer resonates with your higher vibration. Old relationships may fade, familiar routines may crumble, and certain desires may no longer feel exciting. It's not a loss, it's calibration. The energetic clutter must clear before the new frequencies can find their home. So when life slows down, when prayers seem unanswered, when signs disappear, don't rush to fill the silence. Don't force movement. Sit in it. Feel it. This quiet is sacred. It's the pause between your old story and your new one, the space where the universe redefines your coordinates. Think of it like standing in the eye of a storm. Everything around you may appear chaotic, yet in the center there is peace. That peace is alignment forming. It's the moment when your soul and the cosmos are synchronizing, preparing you for the next chapter. If you can learn to stay calm in this stillness, to trust that unseen forces are at work, then you've already mastered one of the deepest quantum truths, that silence is not an ending, it's the beginning of your transformation. Because after every silence comes movement. After every stillness comes flow. And when the universe finally speaks again, it will not whisper. It will roar through your reality in the form of synchronicities, breakthroughs, and blessings that remind you the silence was never empty. It was building everything you prayed for. Letting go is one of the most misunderstood, yet most powerful acts in the entire process of alignment. People think letting go means giving up, that it's passive, that it means no longer caring. But in truth, letting go is the ultimate form of trust. It's the soul's way of saying, I don't need to control everything because I know everything is already working for me. When you hold on too tightly to how life should happen, you actually interrupt the flow of how life wants to happen. Think about a river for a moment. Its water doesn't force itself to move. It simply flows around rocks, bends, and obstacles effortlessly. It trusts the path laid before it. You are that river. But every time you cling to control over people, timing, outcomes, you create dams in your flow. Your energy stops moving freely. You begin to feel resistance, frustration, anxiety. The more you push, the more life pushes back. That's not the universe denying you. It's simply responding to your vibration of tension. You're asking for freedom while vibrating with fear. You're asking for abundance while vibrating with desperation. The energy doesn't match, so the flow can't continue. Letting go is how you open the channel again. It's when you stop trying to bend reality and instead allow reality to unfold through you. When you loosen your grip, the energy that was trapped in anxiety becomes available again for creation. The moment you release control, the universe exhales, and suddenly, things start moving again. Conversations happen that you couldn't have planned. Opportunities appear from nowhere. People return, not because you chase them, but because your energy stopped repelling them. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring about the outcome. It means you stop suffocating it. You still take action, but your actions come from peace, not panic. You still dream, but your dreams are anchored in trust, not fear. You still plan, but you leave room for the universe to edit your plan, because it always knows more than your limited mind can comprehend. You see, attachment is born from insecurity. It's the ego's way of saying, if I don't control this, I'll lose it. But what if the truth is the opposite? What if holding on too tightly is the very thing pushing it away? Love can't grow in control. Success can't bloom in fear. Flow only exists in freedom. When you truly let go, you move into alignment with the natural rhythm of the universe, the rhythm of giving and receiving. You realize that you are not the doer, but the channel through which energy moves. You start to feel guided, not pressured. You stop chasing signs because you become one. You stop seeking validation because you start to embody peace. And then, like magic, everything you once struggled for starts finding its way to you. Not because you worked harder, but because you stopped resisting. Letting go is the bridge between effort and ease. It's the sacred surrender that turns chaos into clarity. It's the invisible moment when the universe whispers, now you're ready to receive. So, breathe. Loosen your grip. Stop trying to control every outcome, every person, every tomorrow. You're not losing power when you let go. You're stepping into your true power. The kind that doesn't need to fight or force, because it flows with everything. Once you master the art of surrender, you'll realize that the universe was never against you. It was simply waiting for you to stop standing in your own way, because the moment you let go, the flow begins. We live in a universe made not of matter, but of energy. Every single atom, every cell in your body, every thought in your mind is vibrating at a specific frequency. The space around you, what seems empty, is actually a vast ocean of potential, a living, breathing quantum field that is constantly listening and responding to the energy you emit. This field doesn't respond to how hard you work, how long you wait, or how much you struggle. It responds only to one thing: your emotional vibration. Effort belongs to the physical world, the visible layer of reality, but emotion belongs to the energetic world, the invisible layer that creates the physical. You can take all the right actions, make all the right plans, but if your emotional frequency contradicts your desire, the universe receives mixed signals. You may be saying, "I want abundance," but if you feel scarcity, the quantum field only detects scarcity. You may say, "I'm ready for love," but if your energy hums with fear of rejection, the field feels that fear and mirrors it right back to you. The universe doesn't hear your words, it feels your vibration. You're not communicating through language, but through frequency. That's why two people can take the same steps and live completely different realities. One takes action from desperation, while the other acts from peace. One works hard to avoid failure, while the other moves with the energy of expecting success. The difference isn't in what they do, it's in the emotion behind the doing. Imagine your emotions as colors of light. When you act from joy, gratitude, and confidence, you send out bright, clear signals that travel far into the quantum field. Those signals return as opportunities, coincidences, and synchronicities that match your wavelength. But when you act from fear, impatience, or doubt, the light becomes clouded, the signal weakens, and reality becomes distorted. It's not that the universe is denying you, it's simply waiting for your signal to become clear enough to connect. Your emotions are creative forces. They are not reactions, they are instructions. Every emotion you feel teaches the universe how to respond to you. When you dwell in frustration, the field multiplies more moments that match that frequency. When you focus on gratitude, it amplifies the feeling by sending you more to be grateful for. Emotion is the currency of creation. It's how you purchase experiences in the quantum store of infinite possibilities. The greatest misconception in life is thinking that you must fight, force, or hustle to make things happen. But in truth, reality is not forced into being. It's attracted into form. The energy you hold determines the shape your life takes. Think of the universe as a perfect mirror that has no bias. It doesn't judge what you deserve, it reflects what you believe. That is why shifting your emotional state is more powerful than any amount of effort. 1 second of pure alignment, of genuine love, gratitude, or clarity can create a ripple that rearranges your entire reality. When you truly understand this, you stop exhausting yourself trying to control every external condition. You stop begging the world to give you something it can only mirror back to you. Instead, you start managing your inner state, your vibration, with care and awareness. You start your mornings with intention because you know your mood is the first signal you send to the quantum field. You choose thoughts that expand you, emotions that uplift you, and actions that feel inspired rather than forced. And then something profound happens. Life starts responding faster. You notice small miracles, the perfect timing of a message, the right person showing up, the unexpected opportunity landing in your path. You begin to understand that the universe was never ignoring you. You were simply broadcasting on the wrong frequency. So stop trying to force reality into shape through effort alone. The effort that matters most is internal, aligning your emotional frequency with the energy of what you desire. Feel first, then act. Align your emotions before your actions. The moment your feelings and your intentions merge into one clear signal, the quantum field responds instantly, rearranging the invisible threads of possibility to bring your desire into form. Remember, effort moves things in the physical world, but emotion moves the universe. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are a frequency in human form, shaping reality with every vibration you send. Once you learn to master your emotional energy, you no longer chase your desires, you attract them. Because the quantum field doesn't reward exhaustion, it rewards alignment. When you begin to align your inner world with the rhythm of the universe, something beautiful and almost magical starts to happen. Synchronicities. Those strange, meaningful coincidences that seem too perfectly timed to be random. They are the universe's way of whispering, you're on the right path. But these whispers aren't heard through your ears, they're felt through your awareness. A synchronicity is not an accident. It's a vibrational message from the quantum field, responding directly to your inner state of alignment. You might think you just happened to glance at the clock at 11:11 again, or that you randomly bumped into someone who changed your life, or that a song played at the exact moment you needed its message. But these aren't random events. They are the universe weaving invisible threads between your thoughts, emotions, and external reality, guiding you with gentle precision toward your next step. When your vibration begins to rise, you start resonating with a different timeline, one where energy flows effortlessly, where the right people cross your path without struggle, where each small event seems to carry a hidden meaning. It's like tuning a radio. When you dial into the right frequency, suddenly the static fades and the music becomes clear. The universe has always been broadcasting its signals, synchronicities, but only when you're aligned can you truly hear them. Most people overlook these signs because they're too busy searching for grand miracles, expecting fireworks, massive breakthroughs, or sudden transformations. But the universe speaks softly. Its language is subtle yet profound. A feather falling at your feet, a stranger repeating the same phrase you've been thinking about, a dream that mirrors a decision you were afraid to make. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. Each one is a marker that the invisible world is interacting with your visible one. You see, synchronicity is not about predicting the future, it's about recognizing that you and the universe are dancing together right now. Every coincidence is a step in that dance, a signal that says, keep going, you're aligned. The more you notice these patterns, the stronger your connection becomes. Awareness acts like a magnet. The more you pay attention, the more signs appear. It's as if the universe starts speaking louder once it knows you're finally listening. Sometimes, synchronicities appear during times of confusion or doubt, right when you're questioning your path. You might feel lost, unsure, or impatient, and suddenly a message arrives, a quote, a call, a symbol, that reignites your faith. It's the universe reminding you, you're not alone in this, I'm with you. These signs are guideposts from the quantum field, nudging you gently toward the timeline where your highest self already exists. There's a deep intelligence behind these connections. When you think of someone and they suddenly text you, that's not just telepathy or luck, that's energy alignment. Your thoughts emitted a frequency, and the universe orchestrated a bridge between two souls vibrating in resonance. When you see repeating numbers like 222, 333, or 444, it's not superstition, it's synchronization. It's the universe translating vibration into form, speaking to you through patterns that bypass logic and reach directly into your intuition. To recognize synchronicities more clearly, you must slow down. Awareness thrives in stillness. When your mind is constantly racing or overanalyzing, you miss the subtle messages unfolding around you. But when you begin to live with presence, to observe, to listen, to trust, the signs multiply. You begin to realize that nothing in your life is random. Every encounter, every delay, every detour carries meaning. The people who leave, the ones who appear, the opportunities that slip away, all of them are part of the same cosmic choreography designed for your growth and alignment. And here's the deeper truth. Synchronicities don't just confirm alignment, they create more of it. Each time you recognize a sign, you raise your frequency of awareness. And in doing so, you magnetize even more signs, more flow, more effortless alignment. It becomes a loop. Awareness creates alignment. Alignment creates synchronicity. Synchronicity deepens awareness. Eventually, your entire life becomes a living dialogue with the universe. At that point, you stop begging for signs because you understand that you are the sign. You stop waiting for the universe to speak because you realize it never stopped speaking. It was your noise that made it hard to hear. Every time you quiet your mind, every time you trust instead of doubt, you tune in a little clearer. And in that clarity, reality starts to feel enchanted again. So, the next time something strange, meaningful, or perfectly timed happens, don't dismiss it. Smile. Acknowledge it. Whisper a quiet thank you. That's your confirmation that the universe heard your frequency and is responding in real time. It's showing you that you're walking exactly where you need to be. Not ahead, not behind, but in the sacred now, aligned with your highest path. Because synchronicity isn't luck, it's communication. And once you start listening, you'll realize the universe was never silent. It was always speaking in the language of your soul. There's a kind of prayer that doesn't require words, rituals, or even sound. It's the one the universe understands best, the one made of energy. Every day, every moment you are praying, even when you don't realize it. Because prayer isn't only what you say, it's what you vibrate. Your energy is your real communication with the universe. It tells the truth of your heart, even when your mouth says something different. You could say 1,000 affirmations every morning, but if your body hums with fear, doubt, or resentment, the universe won't hear your words. It will hear your energy, because energy never lies. It's the language that everything in creation speaks fluently. Plants, animals, light, water, stars, all are connected through energy. When your energy is scattered, conflicted, or weighed down by negative emotion, the signal you send out into the quantum field becomes blurred. But when your energy is calm, coherent, and aligned with gratitude and faith, the entire field rearranges to match your vibration. Think of your energy like a broadcasting signal and the universe as a vast receiver. If you broadcast chaos, you attract confusion. If you broadcast peace, you attract harmony. Every feeling you carry, whether joy, love, fear, or anger, is a frequency that instructs the universe what to send back to you. That's why some people seem to flow effortlessly through life, while others struggle, not because one is luckier, but because one has learned to manage their internal frequency, to pray through energy instead of words. When you wake up grateful, when you move with kindness, when you act with love, those are prayers. When you choose calm over anger, compassion over judgment, trust over control, those are prayers. When you breathe deeply and decide to release worry into the hands of the universe, that moment of surrender becomes the loudest prayer of all, because the universe doesn't respond to begging, it responds to belief. And belief is energy in motion. Look back at your life and notice how the things you once wanted came to you not when you were anxious and desperate, but when you were relaxed, open, and trusting. That was alignment. That was energetic prayer. You didn't force it. You matched it. You became the frequency of the thing you desired, and the universe simply reflected it back to you. That's how it works every single time. You see, true prayer isn't about convincing the universe to give you something. It's about becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts it. When your energy radiates love, the universe surrounds you with people and experiences that echo love. When your energy radiates peace, everything that disturbs peace quietly exits your life. This is how the quantum field works. It listens to emotion, not repetition. It doesn't respond to neediness, it responds to wholeness. You could sit in silence for hours and still pray louder than someone speaking with perfect eloquence, because silence carries energy too. In the stillness of your heart, in the depth of your breath, you emit waves that travel into the unseen. Those waves collide with other vibrations, rearranging probabilities, rewriting paths, opening doors you never knew existed. That is what real prayer does. It shapes reality without noise. So start treating your emotional energy like sacred currency. If you wake up in worry, you are unintentionally praying for more things to worry about. If you wake up in gratitude, you are praying for more things to be grateful for. Every mood, every thought, every heartbeat is an offering. You are constantly in dialogue with the universe, even in your silence. The most powerful prayer isn't, "Please give me peace." It's the feeling of peace itself. The most magnetic energy isn't, "Please send me love." It's embodying love so deeply that it radiates from you without effort. You don't have to chase divine connection. You are divine connection. You are made of the same energy that spins galaxies and grows forests. When you remember this, you realize that the universe is not listening to you, it's feeling you. So today, let your energy become your devotion. Let your peace be your practice. Let your love be your loudest prayer. Before you speak, align your energy. Before you ask, feel grateful. Before you move, center your vibration. Because when your energy is pure, the universe doesn't need to be convinced. It already understands. You don't have to shout to be heard in the quantum field. You only have to become what you wish to receive. For in the end, prayer is not about words reaching the heavens. It's about your energy becoming one with the rhythm of creation. When your energy and your desire vibrate as one, you are no longer praying for something to happen. You are living inside the answer. There comes a moment when all the pieces that once felt scattered begin to fall into place. A moment when you stop fighting, stop questioning, and start realizing that everything, even the pain, even the delays, even the detours, was never random. It was a divine choreography unfolding in perfect timing. That is the moment of alignment, the moment the universe reveals its plan. And it's not revealed through a voice in the sky or a sudden flash of light. It's revealed through clarity, through peace, through the quiet knowing that you're exactly where you were always meant to be. For most of your life, you may have been taught to chase success, chase love, chase purpose, chase happiness. You believed that the harder you ran, the faster you'd get there. But the universe doesn't respond to speed, it responds to vibration. The plan has never been hidden from you. It was waiting for you to match it. The universe reveals itself the moment you stop forcing your way through life and start aligning with it. Think of your journey like a symphony. Every challenge, every person, every heartbreak was a note. Sometimes chaotic, sometimes painful, sometimes silent. But together, they were composing the music of your evolution. You couldn't hear the melody before because you were standing too close to the noise. But once you step back, you start to see the beauty in the arrangement. What you once thought was punishment was preparation. What you once thought was rejection was redirection. What you once called loss was simply space being made for what's meant to arrive. When you align, the universe doesn't need to send you signals anymore. It becomes you. The distinction between you and it disappears. You stop asking for signs and start living as the sign. You wake up one morning and realize that everything you've been searching for outside has always been within. The universe reveals its plan not through external proof, but through internal resonance. That deep feeling of, this feels right, this feels like home. Alignment is not about perfection, it's about coherence. It's about your thoughts, emotions, and actions moving together in the same direction. When your mind believes one thing, your heart feels another, and your body does something else, your energy becomes fragmented, like static on a radio. But when all three align, you become a clear signal, and the universe responds instantly. Suddenly, doors that were closed swing open. People who once ignored you start noticing you. Opportunities that seemed impossible now appear effortlessly. That's not luck, that's resonance. It's in this state that you begin to see the hidden design behind everything. You start to understand why certain relationships ended when they did, why some dreams took longer to manifest, and why your path never looked like anyone else's. The plan was never linear. It was layered, multidimensional, quantum. Every experience was shaping your vibration so you could finally recognize what was always meant for you. And when the plan unfolds, it doesn't come with fanfare or noise, it comes with flow. You'll notice how life suddenly feels lighter, as if you've stopped swimming against the current and started gliding with it. The people you meet will feel familiar, almost as if your souls have met before. The work you do will feel meaningful, not draining. The decisions you make will feel guided, not forced. You'll realize that you don't have to chase anything anymore, because what's meant for you cannot miss you. The universe reveals its plan through timing. Divine timing isn't late, it's exact. The delay you feared was the incubation of a masterpiece. When something didn't happen the way you wanted, it wasn't denial, it was protection. The universe was making sure you didn't receive something too early before you were ready to hold it. Alignment requires maturity, because what's meant for you carries weight, and only the aligned version of you can handle it. As you grow in awareness, you begin to see how every person who hurt you was actually helping you heal something deeper. Every closed door was redirecting your steps toward the right path. Every breakdown was breaking the false identity that blocked your higher self from emerging. That's the paradox of alignment. The pain was never against you. It was for you. It was the fire that burned away everything that wasn't real. And then, one ordinary day, something extraordinary happens. You stop resisting. You stop doubting. You stop rushing. You breathe, and for the first time, you trust. You feel a subtle but profound shift, as if the entire universe has leaned closer and whispered, "You're finally ready." Suddenly, everything begins to move in harmony. You think of someone and they call. You desire something and it manifests. You step into opportunities without fear because you can feel they were written for you long before you arrived. This is what divine flow feels like. Effort replaced by ease. Confusion replaced by clarity, chaos replaced by peace. But remember, the plan doesn't reveal itself all at once. The universe gives you just enough light to take the next step. It hides the entire staircase because faith is the only bridge that connects each level of destiny. If you saw the full map, you'd never grow into the person capable of walking it. That's why uncertainty is sacred. It forces you to trust what you cannot see. Each time you act from faith instead of fear, you align with a higher frequency. And with that, a new part of the plan unfolds. There will still be moments of doubt, moments when the silence feels heavy, when the flow slows, when nothing seems to make sense again. But those aren't signs of failure. They're recalibrations. Every pause, every quiet stretch, every shadow serves a purpose. The universe pauses your progress, sometimes not to punish you, but to protect you, to allow your energy to stabilize before moving you to the next level. When you reach this state of trust, life transforms into a conversation instead of a struggle. You stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "What is this trying to show me?" That one shift changes everything. You begin to see guidance in every detail, in dreams, in patterns, in silence, in chance encounters. The ordinary becomes sacred because you now understand that everything is orchestrated with precision. And then comes the greatest realization of all. The universe was never testing you. It was training you. Every obstacle strengthened your frequency. Every delay built your patience. Every heartbreak expanded your compassion. Every uncertainty taught you surrender. You weren't being punished. You were being prepared for alignment. When you align, manifestation becomes effortless, not because you learned some mystical trick, but because you became one with the source that creates everything. You no longer pray for miracles. You become the miracle. You no longer wait for signs. You radiate them. You no longer wonder what your purpose is. You live it by simply existing in truth. So if life feels chaotic right now, if things aren't making sense, if the silence feels endless, hold on. This is the moment right before the alignment clicks into place. The moment before the curtain lifts and the universe finally shows you why it all had to happen the way it did. When that moment comes, you'll look back and realize that every unanswered prayer was answered in disguise. Every detour was the real road. Every loss was a hidden gift, because the universe was never keeping its plan from you. It was guiding you toward it, one vibration at a time. And the moment your energy matches that plan, when you stop resisting, stop doubting, stop fearing, that's when the doors open effortlessly. That's when you finally see that destiny doesn't chase you. It waits patiently for your alignment. When you align, you don't need to ask, when will it happen? Because you'll feel it. The certainty, the ease, the flow, and you'll know it's already happening. You'll no longer be the person searching for signs. You'll be the living proof that the universe always finds those who finally remember who they truly are. Because alignment isn't the moment the universe discovers you. It's the moment you discover that the universe was never separate from you at all. When you look back on everything, the waiting, the confusion, the heartbreaks, the quiet nights where you begged for a sign, you begin to see something miraculous. The universe was never silent. It was speaking to you all along, but in a language you hadn't yet learned to understand. Every pause, every delay, every disappointment was not the universe closing a door on you. It was redirecting you toward the one that would open effortlessly once your vibration finally matched it. We spend so much of our lives chasing alignment like it's something external, a destination we'll one day arrive at. But alignment is not a place, it's a frequency. It's not about reaching something, it's about remembering something. Remembering who you are beneath the noise, beneath the fear, beneath the endless need to control. Alignment happens the moment you stop forcing the universe to move faster and instead allow it to move through you. Think about it. Every lesson you've learned along this journey was designed to return you to your natural state of alignment. When you understood the law of alignment, you realized that the universe isn't outside of you, it's a mirror of your energy. The fear, love, doubt, or joy you carry within are not hidden. They echo into the cosmos, shaping every experience you attract. You learn that the universe doesn't give you what you want, it gives you what you are. That realization alone began to shift your life because you stopped asking, why isn't it happening? And started asking, what energy am I sending out? Then came the silence before the shift, that strange stillness where everything seemed to pause. You once thought silence meant abandonment, but now you understand its gestation. It's the sacred stillness where transformation brews. Like the seed buried in the soil, you were not forgotten, you were being prepared. The silence wasn't empty, it was full of the divine rearranging your path, removing what no longer served your higher vibration and creating space for the next version of you to emerge. You discovered that letting go activates the flow. You realized that your need to control, to demand, to rush was never strength. It was resistance. The moment you released your grip, the current of life began to carry you again. The dreams that once seemed impossible started approaching naturally. Letting go was never about giving up. It was about trusting that what's meant for you cannot miss you. It was about finally stepping out of your own way. Then came the most humbling truth. The quantum field responds to emotion, not effort. You learned that your emotions, not your actions, are what shape reality. The energy behind your actions matters more than the actions themselves. You stopped exhausting yourself chasing outcomes and started focusing on your frequency, because now you know that the universe doesn't hear your words, it feels your vibration. And when you act from love, gratitude, and certainty instead of fear, desperation, or doubt, the universe rearranges itself instantly to match your frequency. And when you began to trust that, the signs appeared. Synchronicities, the language of the universe. Suddenly, life didn't feel random anymore. The repeating numbers, the perfectly timed conversations, the coincidences that felt too precise to be accidents, they all started to make sense. You began to see life as a living dialogue, a two-way conversation between your soul and creation itself. You stopped questioning and started listening. Every sign, every pattern, every gentle nudge reminded you that the path was unfolding exactly as it should. Then, the deepest truth revealed itself. Energy is the true prayer. You realize that every emotion you emit is a message sent to the quantum field. You don't need to plead for blessings. Your energy is your prayer. The feeling of peace is louder than 1,000 spoken requests. The vibration of gratitude attracts miracles faster than endless affirmations. You began to understand that prayer isn't about asking. It's about aligning. It's about becoming the vibration of what you wish to receive. And finally, when you align, the universe reveals its plan. The moment your inner world and outer world became one, the noise fell away. Life no longer felt like a battle. It became a dance. You stopped chasing signs and became the sign. You stopped seeking destiny and started living it. Because once you're aligned, you realize that everything, the pain, the loss, the struggle, was never working against you. It was working for you. Every heartbreak refined your vibration. Every disappointment redirected your path, and every delay trained your faith. Now, standing here at the end of this journey, you see the pattern clearly. The entire universe is a mirror of your consciousness. The moment you change within, everything around you reorganizes. The universe is not punishing or rewarding you. It's reflecting you. It's an infinite feedback loop, constantly responding to your energy in real time. The moment your frequency rises, new doors open, not because the world changed, but because you did. You begin to live differently. You stop chasing validation because you realize that your worth is not something to earn. It's something you emanate. You stop rushing because you understand that nothing meant for you can pass you by. You stop fearing the unknown because you realize that the unknown is the only place new realities are born. You start moving with a quiet confidence, not arrogance, not impatience, but the deep peace of someone who knows they're guided. You start trusting timing instead of fighting it. You start flowing instead of forcing. You speak less, but your presence says more. You no longer beg the universe to bless you. You wake up and realize you are the blessing. When you reach this level of awareness, even your perception of success changes. You stop measuring your life by achievements and start measuring it by alignment. Success is no longer about reaching a certain point. It's about maintaining a certain vibration. Peace becomes the new wealth. Presence becomes the new power. Gratitude becomes the new language. You start noticing the beauty in things that used to annoy you, the traffic that forces you to slow down, the rain that cancels your plans, the silence that feels heavy. You see that these moments are not interruptions, they are invitations. Invitations to pause, to breathe, to remember that life is not happening to you, but through you. And then something miraculous happens. You stop being afraid of uncertainty. You realize that the unknown is not your enemy, it's your teacher. The space between not yet and now becomes sacred. It's where your next self is being written. You stop demanding answers and start enjoying the questions, because you finally understand that life was never meant to be fully predictable. It was meant to be experienced in faith. When you align, you feel the shift everywhere, in the way people respond to you, in the opportunities that suddenly appear, in the ease that replaces your old anxiety. The things you used to chase start gravitating toward you. The people who resonate with your new vibration enter your life naturally, and the things that no longer align drift away peacefully without resistance. You realize you don't need to hold on anymore, because what's meant for you feels effortless, and what isn't meant for you feels heavy. And so, you live differently. You wake up and check in with your energy before your phone. You meditate not to escape the world, but to synchronize with it. You speak fewer words, but radiate more truth. You walk slower, breathe deeper, and love harder. Not because you're trying to be spiritual, but because peace has finally become your default setting. Every day becomes a conversation with the universe, not through demands, but through presence. You start saying thank you more often. You thank the lessons that hurt you, the people who left you, the dreams that failed, the silence that shaped you. You realize that gratitude isn't a reaction, it's a creative force. The more you thank the universe, the more it gives you to be thankful for. And one day, when you look around at your life, at the peace in your mind, the love around you, the opportunities that fit perfectly, you'll smile quietly, because you'll know it was never luck, never coincidence, never magic. It was alignment. It was you. You'll understand that the universe doesn't randomly bless people. It mirrors those who remember their power. You'll realize that you were never waiting for the universe to choose you. The universe was waiting for you to remember that you are part of it. You are not a wave begging the ocean for help. You are the ocean in motion. You are not a small being looking up at the stars. You are stardust looking back at itself, realizing it was infinite all along. So take a deep breath. Let the noise fade. Trust that where you are is exactly where you need to be. The path ahead may still twist, but it's leading you somewhere beautiful, not because the universe decided it for you, but because you finally aligned with it. You've learned the greatest truth of all. You don't chase alignment, you become it. Because the moment you align, truly align, the universe doesn't just reveal its plan, it reveals you. There comes a sacred point in your journey when you finally stop chasing signs, stop begging for miracles, stop asking when things will fall into place, and you just breathe. You breathe and realize the universe has been finding you all along. Every step, every fall, every quiet night where you felt alone was never the absence of divine guidance. It was the process of the universe tracing your frequency, aligning your energy, preparing the right moment to meet you halfway. For so long you thought you were the seeker. You thought you had to go out and find purpose, chase destiny, force manifestation. But the deeper truth, the one hidden beneath the noise of desire and doubt, is that the universe was the seeker too. It was looking for the version of you that finally vibrated at the same frequency as everything you've ever wanted. The universe wasn't testing you to see if you were worthy. It was waiting for you to become ready. You see, alignment is a meeting point. It's where your internal state of being and the external order of the cosmos finally sync into one rhythm. When you stop vibrating from fear, the universe no longer needs to send lessons that mirror fear. When you stop doubting your worth, it no longer sends rejection to show you how much you still depend on validation. When you stop running from silence, it no longer fills your path with noise. The moment your energy stabilizes into truth, calm, grateful, open, the universe finds you instantly. Think about how the planets move, how galaxies spin, how stars collapse only to give birth to new worlds. Nothing in creation rushes, nothing in creation chases. The universe operates on divine timing, not human urgency. So why would your destiny be any different? Every delay, every not yet, every pause was simply life adjusting the coordinates between you and what you were calling in. You cannot receive something that vibrates higher than your current energy. The universe protects you by delaying what's meant for your next frequency until you're truly ready to hold it without losing yourself. That's why your prayers sometimes felt unanswered. They weren't ignored. They were stored. The universe was not saying no. It was saying, not in this version of you. Every time you elevated your vibration through healing, forgiveness, surrender, or gratitude, you moved closer to that stored manifestation. Like a magnet slowly aligning its poles, every shift within you made the external world move closer. And when your vibration finally matched, when you no longer needed the thing to complete you, but were already whole without it, that's when the universe delivered it effortlessly. Because the universe doesn't reward a need, it responds to wholeness. It doesn't rush to fill your emptiness, it expands your completeness. When you align with your truth, you no longer attract what fills your voids. You attract what complements your peace. That's the secret most people miss. You don't manifest from lack. You manifest from overflow. And overflow only happens when you stop trying to take from the universe and start realizing you are part of it. The moment you realize that the universe isn't outside of you, everything changes. You stop treating it like a vending machine where you insert affirmations and expect instant results. You begin to understand that the universe lives through you. Every breath, every heartbeat, every intuition, every coincidence. It's the pulse behind your existence. And when you learn to quiet your mind, you can actually feel it moving within you. That's the real alignment, not controlling energy, but remembering you are made of it. This is why when you finally stop forcing outcomes, things start flowing, because the vibration of force is rooted in fear, the fear that without effort, everything will fall apart. But the vibration of flow is rooted in trust, the knowing that nothing meant for you can pass you by. The universe doesn't need you to push, it needs you to allow. And allowing is not weakness, it's spiritual maturity. It's the understanding that the river already knows where it's going. It doesn't need the water to panic. And when you live in that state of allowing, you begin to see beauty everywhere, not just in success or manifestation, but in the ordinary moments that used to frustrate you. You see divine orchestration in the delay that made you miss your train, but meet the person who would change your life. You see purpose in the heartbreak that forced you to heal parts of yourself you'd long ignored. You see grace in the rejection that redirected you towards something 10 times better. Life stops feeling random because you start seeing the pattern, the sacred geometry behind every event. The truth is, the universe never abandons anyone. But it does hide sometimes, not to punish you, but to help you remember where to look. It hides inside your intuition, inside your stillness, inside your breath. It hides in the moments you stop pretending to be in control, because that's when it can finally move freely. You can't hear divine guidance while drowning in noise. You can't feel alignment while your energy is entangled with worry. That's why the universe waits for silence, because silence is the only frequency pure enough for truth to echo clearly. When the universe finds you, it doesn't knock loudly. It doesn't send chaos anymore. It sends calm. You'll notice that the signs become subtle. Opportunities arrive quietly, perfectly timed, without stress or struggle. The people meant for you appear effortlessly, not as rescues, but as reflections. You'll realize that alignment feels like peace, not excitement. Peace is the highest frequency of manifestation because it means you finally trust life. You're no longer vibrating in scarcity, wondering, what if it doesn't happen? You simply know it already is. This is when you begin to co-create consciously. You wake up and set your energy before you set your goals. You speak not to convince, but to affirm what already exists in potential. You take action, not from fear of missing out, but from the joy of participating in creation. Your life becomes art, a collaboration between your consciousness and the infinite intelligence that governs everything. You start to notice how everything works together, your thoughts influencing your emotions shaping your vibration bending the quantum field. You realize that manifestation is not magic, it's physics. The universe isn't granting wishes, it's responding to resonance. You begin to take responsibility for your energy because you see the immediate reflection of it everywhere. When you vibrate from fear, you notice resistance. When you vibrate from love, doors open. When you vibrate from gratitude, miracles multiply. You don't need proof anymore. Your life is the proof. And as you keep aligning, the need to control outcomes fades. You no longer care how something happens because you're too focused on maintaining the frequency of peace. You stop looking for shortcuts because you realize the path itself was never meant to be easy. It was meant to be elevating. You trust the timing of every step, even when it makes no logical sense. You trust that the detour is part of the direction. You trust that every no is a doorway to a higher yes. When you reach this level of awareness, life stops feeling like survival and starts feeling like participation in something vast, intelligent, and benevolent. You wake up every morning with quiet excitement, not because everything is perfect, but because you finally see perfection in everything. Even uncertainty becomes sacred, because now you know that the unknown is not empty, it's pregnant with potential. Every moment is a new opportunity for the universe to meet you again, to find you in a deeper, clearer version of yourself. And when you live like this, when you embody alignment as a lifestyle rather than a destination, you no longer fear change. You welcome it, because every time something falls away, you know it's making room for something greater. Every time a cycle ends, you know another one is already beginning in the unseen. You stop clinging to people or plans because you've learned that nothing truly leaves your life. It simply changes form according to your vibration. Then, in the stillness of your heart, you realize something profound. You never had to find your purpose because you are the purpose. You never had to beg the universe for miracles because you are the miracle. You never had to fear the future because you are the one creating it. You are the universe experiencing itself through human form, learning, evolving, expanding through every thought, emotion, and choice you make. And that's when you truly understand what it means when people say, the universe finds you. It doesn't mean something external finally notices you. It means the infinite consciousness within you finally awakens to its own reflection. You become aware of your divine connection, that quiet hum beneath your ribs that reminds you, I am not separate. I am part of everything. So, if you're in a place of uncertainty right now, if you feel lost, if you can't see the bigger picture, don't panic. You're not off track. You're just being repositioned. The universe is finding you, aligning your frequency, clearing the static, tuning your heart to the right vibration. Every struggle is calibration. Every delay is divine timing. Every ending is preparation for the beginning that already exists in potential. The universe will find you when you finally stop running. It will meet you when you quiet your mind enough to hear its whisper. It will embrace you when you remember that you were never forgotten. And when it does, when your energy finally merges with its rhythm, you will feel something unexplainable. Not excitement, not relief, but deep, sacred peace. The kind that can't be shaken by circumstances, the kind that doesn't depend on outcomes, the kind that says, I'm home. And in that stillness, that infinite now, you'll understand the entire journey. You'll look back and realize that you were never lost, never behind, never unlucky. You were always being guided, shaped, prepared, and remembered. Every heartbreak was your soul expanding. Every silence was divine alignment. Every delay was the universe protecting you until you could see yourself clearly enough to be found. Because the universe doesn't just find those who look for it. It finds those who become what they were looking for. It finds those who turn inward and discover that the light they've been chasing was glowing inside them all along. And when that moment arrives, when your inner world and the cosmic order merge into perfect harmony, you'll smile softly and whisper to yourself, it was never about finding the universe. It was about remembering I am part of it. And that realization is the moment the universe finds you. Everything you've experienced, the chaos, the waiting, the heartbreak, the confusion, was not random. It was the universe preparing you to see clearly. You didn't stumble into this alignment, you grew into it. You were sculpted by time, by patience, by surrender. Every delay was polishing you. Every setback was refining your frequency. Every unanswered prayer was not rejection. It was redirection towards something infinitely more fitting for your vibration. You've walked through darkness not to be punished, but to understand the value of your light. You've been broken open, not so you could collapse, but so that more light could enter. You've been slowed down, not because you were failing, but because the universe needed you to arrive at the right moment. Not a second too soon, not a second too late. Divine timing is never wrong. It's precise beyond human comprehension. Now, as you stand here, aware, still, awakened, you can finally see the pattern that was always there. You can see that life was never against you. It was speaking to you through silence, through synchronicities, through the ache in your chest when something didn't feel right, through the peace that washed over you when it did. The signs were always around you. You just needed the stillness to perceive them. You see, alignment is not about controlling the external. It's about mastering the internal. The more peace you cultivate within, the more life mirrors it back to you. The more gratitude you feel, the more reasons to be grateful appear. The more love you give, the more love surrounds you. The universe has no favorites. It simply reflects coherence. And when your thoughts, emotions, and actions align with love and faith, the reflection becomes breathtakingly beautiful. This is why the wise don't chase, they attract. They don't rush, they align. They don't force, they flow. Because they know that what's truly theirs can never be taken away, and what isn't theirs will never stay. No matter how tightly they hold on, they trust that the plan is unfolding exactly as it should. They understand that manifestation isn't about control, it's about connection. And in that connection, life becomes simple again. You wake up each morning and set your energy before setting your goals. You act with intention, but detach from outcome. You trust the invisible more than the visible. You know that everything physical first existed as vibration. So you nurture your inner frequency like a sacred flame, calm, bright, steady, and reality bends itself around your energy. The more you practice alignment, the more you'll notice the difference between noise and signal. Noise comes from the ego, the endless questions, fears, comparisons, and urgency. Signal comes from the soul, calm, clear, certain. It speaks in feelings, in intuition, in knowing. And the more you listen to it, the easier life becomes. You stop second-guessing every move because you realize the universe communicates through resonance, not reason. When something feels peaceful, it's right. When something feels heavy, it's not. It's that simple. In time, you'll notice that everything that once triggered you now teaches you. Everything that once hurt you now heals you. Everything that once confused you now completes you. The same experiences that once made you feel powerless now remind you of how far you've come, of how powerfully you've grown. The people who left didn't abandon you, they exited your vibration. The opportunities that vanished didn't reject you, they weren't in harmony with your next level. The universe has always been filtering your reality to match your readiness. And now you are ready. Ready to move through life without fear, without urgency, without resistance. Ready to walk with grace, knowing that every step is divinely guided. Ready to trust the timing of your life with unwavering peace, because you now understand that alignment isn't something you practice occasionally, it's a way of being. It's how you breathe, how you love, how you respond to life. You no longer chase meaning, you create it. You no longer wait for signs, you are one. You no longer seek purpose, you embody it. You no longer try to become something, you simply remember what you already are, an extension of the infinite, a spark of divine consciousness, a living expression of the universe experiencing itself. And from this awareness comes an unshakable calm. You stop needing to know the outcome because you trust the process. You stop fearing loss because you understand that energy can never be lost, only transformed. You stop praying for miracles because you finally realize you are the miracle. So breathe deeply and smile. Look at your life with new eyes. The waiting, the struggle, the uncertainty, they were never punishments. They were proof that the universe was working tirelessly to bring you into alignment with what you truly deserve. Everything is unfolding exactly as it should. You're not late, you're not behind, you're right on time. Because the moment you align with your truth, the universe finds you. And once it finds you, nothing Not fear, not doubt, not delay can take away what's meant for you. You have not been walking toward your destiny. You've been becoming it. And now that you finally see, you realize that the universe didn't just find you. It was you all along.